Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're diving into a massive, literally a tectonic shift in the digital landscape. Look, if you've been paying any attention at all, you already know the old rules of web search are completely breaking down. We aren't just, tweaking algorithms anymore. We're playing a fundamentally different game. AI is absolutely upending discoverability as we know it, and we're going to unpack exactly how this affects anyone trying to be found online today.
Think about it. For decades, the contract was super simple, right? You type in a query and a search engine hands you a ranked list of 10 blue links. You click, you read, you bounce back. It was totally predictable. But what happens when that engine stops acting like a basic librarian just handing you books and starts acting more like a tireless researcher, one who reads all those books for you and then just hands you the final, synthesized report? Well, my friends, that is the synthesis era.
So let's look at Section 1, the AI search revolution.
Welcome to Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. Instead of just giving you a list of isolated links, AI is now actively synthesizing answers right at the very top of your search results. Think about the crazy mechanics behind the scenes here. The generative engine is pulling from dozens of sources simultaneously to create this single, blended, highly conversational response. So if you're still writing content just hoping a human clicks a link, honestly, you're completely ignoring the AI gatekeeper standing directly between your brand and your audience. Now, you actually have to write for the machine that writes the answer.
Which brings us to Section 2. Goal, become the ingredients.
Okay, traditional SEO was focused almost entirely on this really ego-driven goal of ranking first, right? Everyone just wanted to be the top link. But GEO requires a massive mindset shift. You literally need to become the high-quality ingredients that the AI chef uses to synthesize the consumer's answer. You aren't trying to be the entire meal anymore. Whether it's a proprietary data point you've researched, a unique quote from your CEO, or maybe a highly specialized product feature, you want your work to be the vital component that gets woven naturally into the generated response. Because if you aren't an ingredient, you simply aren't on the plate.
Moving right along to Section 3, Search Everywhere Optimization.
And search everywhere optimization means, well, exactly what it sounds like. AI doesn't just casually read traditional static websites or corporate blogs anymore. No way. To synthesize a truly rich, conversational response, a large language model casts a massive net. It's aggressively hunting for context, real human conversation, and totally diverse formats to feed its answers. It's really looking for the raw material of human experience, not just some polished marketing copy. Which means, if you're only optimizing your .com website, you're virtually invisible today. Why? Because these generative engines are out there scraping social media feeds, parsing YouTube transcripts, and reading the raw, completely unfiltered human debates deep within community forums. It's actually kind of wild when you think about it. An advanced AI is out there learning about your industry by reading some fiery forum debate from 2 a.m. last Tuesday. To succeed in GE, your ideas and your brand absolutely must be discoverable everywhere the AI goes foraging for truth.
Let's jump to Section 4, the power of entity clarity.
So it really all comes down to entity clarity. And here's the grand paradox of the AI era, right? Large language models feel incredibly human, natural, and fluid when we chat with them. But behind the scenes, they still need explicit, rigidly clear data to categorize exactly what they're looking at. They aren't mind readers. They need to know exactly who you are, what you do, and what specific value you provide so they can actually recommend you accurately during their synthesis process.
This means you have to adapt your writing style, immediately. You know how the old strategy loved clever jargon and abstract metaphors? Think about that classic corporate website calling itself a synergistic paradigm shifter for the modern ecosystem. Sure, that might sound fancy in a boardroom, but it is absolute poison for GEO. And AI is just going to completely misunderstand that abstract fluff and skip right over you. The new strategy demands straightforward, literal language. You've got to state the facts plainly. Something like, we sell project management software for remote teams. Make it ridiculously easy for the machine to parse your reality.
So with all these fundamental changes to the rules of search, moving from ranking to synthesizing, from optimizing just websites to optimizing everywhere, and from being clever to being crystal clear, it really begs a major question about how we actually track our performance. How do we know if we are actually successfully becoming those ingredients?
That brings us to our final section, Section 5, Measuring Success. Citations matter.
The currency of the web has fundamentally changed here. We used to obsess over traditional backlinks, literally counting how many hyperlinked URLs pointed to your site just to boost some arbitrary score. But in the GEO era, earning citations and brand mentions across trusted sources, that's the ultimate prize. And why is that? Well, think of it as digital peer review. An AI cares deeply about consensus. If your brand is naturally cited across forums, videos, and social platforms as the absolute best solution, the AI recognizes that authority, even if there isn't a single hyperlink attached to it. It's a real game changer.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a question. The era of the 10 blue links is fading, rapidly being replaced by instant, blended synthesis. So are you going to keep wasting your energy trying to artificially rank first on a dying search page, or are you ready to do the work to become the essential ingredient in the AI's answer? The choice you make right now will literally define your discoverability for the next decade. Keep learning, keep adapting, and I'll see you in the next explainer.